You know that phrase, "I've been through it all"? We kind of wear our past struggles like a badge of honor, don't we? But what if we've been looking at the whole thing backwards? Today, we're going to explore a really powerful idea that reframes hardship not as something you just have to endure, but as something you can actually study. Just imagine for a second, what if every single challenge you've ever faced was basically a lesson in a curriculum designed specifically for you? This isn't about just gritting your teeth and getting through the pain. It's about actively learning from it. It's a tiny shift in mindset, but it has the power to change, well, pretty much everything. So, the source material we're digging into redefines what experience even means. It's not something that just passively happens to you. It's the world literally giving you a chance to study, to become a researcher in the laboratory of your own life. And this distinction, it's absolutely crucial. Without that student's mindset, we're just getting knocked around by whatever life throws at us. Yeah, we might collect a lot of experiences, but we're not gaining any real wisdom. To see exactly how this works, let's look at this incredible parable. So this is a story about two people. They have the same job, the same conditions. They're starting at the exact same line. But, as you're about to see, their inner approach to that job creates two completely different worlds. The key here is that on the outside, everything is identical. The only thing that's different is their perspective. One person only sees the surface level stuff, what's right in front of them. The other person looks deeper. They're trying to understand the entire system. Let's follow that first person's path. This is the path of just experiencing things. This person is totally focused on getting through the day, on the immediate task, without ever stopping to look for a deeper lesson. Their whole world is pretty much confined to the materials they collect. They see the objects, sure, but not the stories behind them or the larger systems they're a part of. Their worries are all about transactions. What's the price of copper today? Their mind is just trapped in this cycle of small wins and small losses. And they never, ever see the bigger picture. And this really shows the limit of their world. It's just a closed loop, defined by the things they pick up. They're going through the motions, collecting stuff, without collecting any real understanding. All right, now let's switch to the second path. And remember, this person has the exact same job, collecting the same scrap iron and rubber shoes. But their approach is radically different, and it leads them to a completely different life. You see, this person doesn't just work, they study. They take on the mindset of a scientist in their own life. They consciously observe what's going on, they record what they find, they analyze the patterns, and, this is the most important part, they use that knowledge to actively design their own future. And the results of this approach are just profound. By collecting junk, this person learns to read the society around them. They start to understand the unique energy of each neighborhood, the temperament of the people, how the local water affects skin, even the character of folks who raise livestock. They've turned their job into a massive study, and they become what the source calls a doctor of society. This quote from the source really just nails it. The same job, the same starting point, but the outcomes are worlds apart. One person is forever trapped by their circumstances. The other uses those exact same circumstances to become someone who deeply understands the world and can actually help others. So this parable obviously isn't just about collecting junk. It's a metaphor for how we approach our own lives, whatever our job or situation is. It's all about the value that's hidden inside our own given conditions. And this isn't just some nice theory. The speaker's own life is the ultimate proof. I mean, they grew up as an orphan in the ruins of the Korean War, working tough jobs from the time they were a little kid. But they didn't see this as a disadvantage. For them, that harsh reality was their university. It was a curriculum that taught them how to read the world in a way no fancy school ever could. And this right here is the core takeaway. The things we so often complain about, our job, our background, our challenges, they aren't obstacles. They are perfectly tailored gifts designed to give us the exact lessons we need to learn. So ultimately, everything boils down to a single choice. It's not about changing our conditions, not really. It's about changing how we choose to see them. We can look at our circumstances and see a burden, a reason to complain that just traps us in a difficult life. Or we can choose to see them as our curriculum, as a gift that opens the door to a life of growth and wisdom and real purpose. So the final question is for you. As you look at your own life, your job, your challenges, all your so-called hardships, do you see them as a burden that's holding you back? Or do you see them as the greatest gift you've ever been given? The choice, as they say, is yours.